Despite encountering a number of difficulties in 2012 to include a lack of human and financial resources and limited tool, the Customs and Excise Division is hailing the past year a success. The unit managed to reap financial rewards with an increase of 3.2% in revenue collected. Inspector of Customs and Public Relations Officer Milton Asker of the accomplishments.
As we all know, the Antigua is on an IMF program. And so by necessity, there were several structural adjustments that were made. We have the IMF contingent on the ground here, constantly recommending and consulting. And so that in itself is a challenge, the changes that had to be made, and with the challenges of the shortfall in what we're seeing as imports and the revenue collection. There are several measures that were taken by the department in terms of beefing up the revenue. And most of this is spearheaded, with all credit given to Comptroller of Customs, Mr. Raju Badu. For figures-wise, speaking, in 2011, Customs collected $313 million. And in 2012, $323 million.
Asker, along with Principal Customs Officer Stenet Knowles, highlights some of the factors that led to the unit's collection of those returns.
Some of the measures we have put in place, we have seen them bear dividends. Customs is open during lunch. Presently, these are new initiatives, and some of this has been in the media. It's just a matter of following through, and we have seen them come to fruition, and we have actually seen a difference in the revenue collection. There are several internal departments, I would say, that were beefed up in terms of their diligence and the reporting and the policing of what we do.
One of the measures that we looked at is manifest control. It's very important that your ledgers are in order. Because what manifest control is all the goods that are coming into the country is listed on a document. And it's important that what comes in is accounted for.
Meanwhile, the Controller of Customs, Raju Badu, believes that the nation has not recognized the efforts of the department despite the commendable work carried out by the men and women.
We earn about $27 million a month on an average. And this is accomplished by 145 officers, including from comptroller to cleaners.
145?
145. Right? With this kind of a workforce, what we spend on them is $8 million. With $8 million, we earn $323 million, which gives us a return of $1.40. That's 400% investment, in terms of investment if you talk about. And the productivity for the employee is about, per employee, it works out about 2.22 million per year. Okay? Now, that is one side of it. The other side of the story is our wage bill is 19.5 million for salaries and about 3 million for wages per month, which makes it 22.5 million. And on average, we collect, even in these economic times, about 27 million, which means we are feeding the nation.
The customs head is also concerned about the way officers are treated by the public and other government agencies and has come to their defense.
Our officers embark upon very risky jobs of search and seizure operations, drug operation, interdictions, and you have all kinds of people coming in and going out with all kinds of hazardous material, including arms and ammunition. And we really, are putting our life on line. We may not be as visible as police. We're wielding guns and, creating a sense of deterrence. But at the same time, we are charged with the same kinds of operations. And more often than not, custom officers are looked down upon as blood-sucking leeches, which is kind of a misplaced notion without understanding the nature and the mandate that is given to the custom officers. Custom officers are mandated to collect revenues and also enforce the laws that are in the customs enactment. If they're doing their job, they cannot be faulted with. Yes, I agree. There are some attitude problems, but, everywhere it's rampant across the civil service.
Badu is hoping that the impending changes to be made in the operations of the Customs and Excise Division will see a better working relationship between the department and its stakeholders.